Powerful topic today to go over, and that is how to hire your first virtual assistant. We're going to touch on that today. My name is Ramon Ray, and glad you're here. And don't forget, don't miss out on exciting insight like this. Right now, go to zoneofgenius.com, zoneofgenius.com, and make sure you're signed up to our email newsletter so you don't miss out on all the insight we have for you today. So welcome aboard. We got that is the main headline of the day today, how to hire your first virtual assistant. We're also going to touch on Ring expands search party feature for lost pets. China is the first to ban concealed EV door handles. Anthropic is partnering with the F1 team in a first major sports deal. New York City transit system is set for an upgrade with a $12 billion infusion, and U.S. and India reach agreement to slash tariffs. And Elon Musk's SpaceX acquires XAI. Welcome to a brand new day. And you know what? I debate and wonder sometimes, should I get into the main headline of the day, how to hire your first virtual assistant, or should I jump into kind of the newsy stuff of the day? I think I'm going to switch back and forth. If you're hearing the sound of my voice, let me know which one you like. Jump into the main headline of the day first and then the news of the day, or do the news of the day first. But I think right now I'm going to do some of the news of the day first as we dive into the rundown with Ramon. And a big thanks to our sponsor, Bitdefender. Big props to Bitdefender. Thank you, Bitdefender, for being a sponsor of the Rundown with Ramon show. Appreciate you so much. You lock the door of your car when you park your car. When you get out of your car, boop, boop, you lock the door of your car. Boop, boop. When you go home at night or when you leave your house, you lock your house. Click, click, or boop, 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 boop. You lock your house. But what about your business? Is your business secure? Is the question of the day. And I hope you know that malware is a real thing, phishing is a real thing, ransomware is a real thing, cyber criminals are real and want to hack and attack your business. So I want you to do all the things to be intentional, be educated, to have your business as secure as can be. But also, I want you to be sure you download Bitdefender Small Business Security Solutions at bitdefender.com, at bitdefender.com. Make sure you go there right now and make sure you have that installed on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer, all the places that you touch the internet. Make sure you have Bitdefender installed so it can help protect you. Again, welcome to the Rundown with Ramon as we dive into the headlines of the day today that impact your business or that we can learn from, and then we'll get to the flagship topic of the day, which is how to hire your first virtual assistant. Welcome to the Rundown with Ramon. Greg is here. Hey, Greg, always love your cheers. Appreciate you. I received that cheer from you today. Greg Becker, glad you're here on today's Rundown with Ramon. Let's start the show now. All right. Let's dive in. So headline of the day, Ring is expanding its search party feature for lost pets. I don't have a Ring, so I don't know how it works, but I suppose that if you need help finding something like a pet, I guess, you can search party. So what does search party do? I don't really know. I guess search party is a way that if you lost something, search party will use all the Ring cameras to help locate what's lost. I guess this network of doorbell cameras and Neighbor to help find lost pets. It's expanding that. Oh, I see, to non-Ring camera owners. So if you don't have Ring and you lost your pet, and you want to find your pet, you can send out a search party to find your pet. I guess you put that on the Ring app, and all the Ring users automatically using AI, if Ring sees your pet, it will notify the person whose Ring house it is, and they can call you or connect with you somehow through the app and say, hey, I just saw your pet. So interesting. I like how Ring is expanding that to non-customers. And do you know why they're doing this? Why this is so smart? This means they're building and expanding upon the network of people that either didn't know about Ring, now they know, or they're probably going to be new Ring customers. Because imagine, you're using Ring and you love it. You're not using Ring. So I hear about this feature probably from a neighbor, probably from somebody, and say, hey, you don't have to have Ring anymore. And I'm liking it. I'm loving the service. I'm going to be like, hey, I might as well have Ring installed on my home as well. Welcome to a brand new day. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Soon we're going to dive into the flagship topic of the day, how to hire your first virtual assistant. Headline of the day, ding, 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 ding. China is the first to ban concealed EV door handles. You know when you go to a car, the electric cars, and the handle's flushed into it, and you got to push it in to pull the handle out? People are saying sometimes that can be a hazard because if you're in an emergency, what do we want to do? Just pull open the door. But following multiple deaths linked to trapped passengers under the new laws in China, which will take effect next January 1st, automakers must include mechanical releases on the inside and outside of all cars sold in China. Listen, I think it's a smart move. Sometimes we don't like the government going into our business and telling us what to do, but I think this is smart. If deaths have been reported, multiple deaths because of the door handles, I wish car makers on their own would do it, but I think it's smart to mandate that there's mechanical release latches somehow so that door pops out for maybe those don't know how to do it or a different way to do it, especially if the door is unlocked or people are in the car. So smart feature from China, a smart law coming in, I think a law that society needs as technology evolves. Ding, 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 ding. Anthropic partners with the F1 team in first major sports deal. Anthropic has locked in a multi-year partnership with the Atlassian Williams Formula One team, the artificial intelligence company's first sports sponsorship. The deal will make Anthropic's chatbot Claude the official thinking partner of Atlassian Williams. The team's engineers will leverage the chatbot to support its operation. So listen, this is great for Anthropic, great that money's being shared and spread and they're sponsoring sports teams. But why are they doing this? They're doing this for one reason alone, which is in a good way. They're doing this so they can build their brand awareness. They're in a fight. You have OpenAI's ChatGPT in a fight for brand share, market share, in a fight for the consumers, but more share in a fight for enterprise customers. You have Anthropic's Claude in a brutal death match with OpenAI. They want Claude's Claude's AI tool for consumers, but more importantly, in enterprises. You have Perplexity, a distant third, which is in a brutal death match with those three main ones. But then you have the mainstays. You have Google Gemini, which already has an in-base of customers and more. They're just selling to people who are already using Google Workspace and more they want. But they want more customers, but they're huge and they're going to keep going on. You have, of course, then you have Microsoft Copilot. Microsoft already has an not in bed, I guess, ingrained base of customers using Word and Office and all these things. So they have the corporate sales team already for that to sell Copilot to. But yet, remember, people hear the name of ChatGPT. People hear the name of Claude. So this is where the battle is at. And you have other companies, such as my friends at Zoho. Zoho Zia is powerful. Zoho Zia, and you can see it at askzia.com or zoho.com/Zia. Point being, these companies are in a brand awareness battle still for AI, who over the next 2 to 3 years will have more and more market share in AI battle. So these brand sponsorships are important, which leads me to the question of the day for you. What are you doing to extend the brand of your business? What are you doing to let other people aware of your brand? One reason I do the rundown with Ramon, people can know the brand Ramon Ray and people can understand the brand zoneofgenius.com. It's what we're doing. This is important to understand. How are we doing this? Are we extending our brand and letting other people know what we do? It's beyond just the clicks, but the brand awareness is important as well. Showing up. Because the more brand awareness you have, that will help also increase when it's time to make the sale. That will also help to increase when it's time for you're in the room with somebody. They're like, oh, I know you. I heard of you. So that brand awareness, don't sleep on that. That's important as well. Ding, 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 ding. New York City transit system is set for an upgrade of $12 billion infusion. Not much to say about that. I'm a New Yorker. I like trains, so kudos for them. And I guess the tip of the day for us businesses, are you investing money to upgrade your business? When's the last time you looked at your website? When's the last time you looked at your graphics? When's the last time you looked at your business cards? When's the last time you looked at your technology, your computers? Are you upgrading them on a regular basis? Ding, 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 ding. U.S. and India reached an agreement to slash tariffs. I'm going to dive into this more after the show, but I think it's cool. And I think I'm going to leave that at that. That's the headline of the day. And another quick headline before we dive into our main topic about hiring your first virtual assistant. Elon Musk SpaceX acquires xAI, valued at $1.25 trillion. The pact forms the world's most valuable private company. Wow, this is huge. Hey, everybody, let's dive into today's topic of the day today, how you can hire your first virtual assistant. Hey, Ayanna, glad you're here today. Ayanna of the Musical Web is here. Glad you're here, Ayanna. Shifting my time of the rundown with Ramon to 7 a.m. show, doing some volunteer work at a private school, teaching them speech and communication. And to do that, I have to leave my house a bit early and get in my car, go on the highway. I haven't done that in years on a regular basis. And so the Rundown with Ramon show is now at 7 a.m. for those who like it live, or many of you, thousands who are listening to it on demand across a variety of platforms. I wanted to touch on today How to hire your first virtual assistant. So first, the question is, why do you even want to hire somebody else on your team, especially for those who are solo entrepreneurs? One way you may want to do that, one reason you may want to do that is because you want to expand the time that you have to give to something else. Maybe you should edit less videos, do less copywriting, do less email marketing. You doing that less, shift that off to a virtual assistant so you have more time to make sales. You have more time to focus on customers. That's the reason to hire and/or hire a virtual assistant so they can focus on doing things that they can do better than you. Maybe they can edit a website better than you. Maybe they can do better video editing than you. Maybe they can do better cold calling than you. A number of things they may do better than you can do. But the main reason is for time, to save time, to delegate to somebody else so you can do something else, and/or they can do better than you, and/or should you be doing the $20, $50, $100 an hour tasks, and maybe delegate that to somebody else so you can focus on the higher value tasks. So that's one reason. Number two, I'd like you to shift your mindset and not just call VAs, virtual assistants. Give people titles. Are they your video editor? Are they your social media manager? Are they your executive assistant? Give people titles. That's important, I find, because if you shift the mindset of how you're hiring people, it shifts your whole business outlook. Number two is you're hiring your first virtual assistant, or as I like to say, your first maybe remote team worker. Do you have a clear operations guide for how they should work? I do that. I don't think my team follows it enough all the time, but I have a little guide how things should do. What are the expected outcomes of models of how this should look? Because how can you delegate to somebody else and tell somebody else, here's how this should be done, if you don't have a model of how it should be done? Number three, so have a clear operations guide. Another thing that's important is treat your VAs as people, not just as task lines to check off. I know my team member, Mosin, Nita, Chris Cushing, myself. We know names. We're people. I know a little bit about their lives. We've had video calls. We get to know each other. These are people because I want them to grow with me. I want them to be there for the long haul. I don't want to have 10,000 different VAs. As I grow Zone of Genius, as I grow Ramon Ray Inc., as it were, I want people for the long term to be able to grow with me. Another part when you're hiring your first virtual assistants, your first VAs, or giving your first offshore team members is to be patient. Check their work. Give them some grace period because they're new. They won't do things exactly like you. Hopefully they'll do things better than you, and they're going to have to get used to it. Another thing that's important as you're on this journey of hiring your first virtual assistant, hiring your first offshore team member, is to hire the right person in the first place. You want to hire them to be able to do the task. Do they have the aptitude to do it? Sure. But also, do they have the right character and temperament? Can they work with you and vibe with you? This is important. Another thing you can do is make sure that you're seeking their input and their suggestions. You're hiring people to work with you. Don't just get people who check off a box, but people who have some intelligence, hopefully, who can give you feedback and help you grow in what you're doing. And I find this other thing that's very important is be sure they not only understand the task that you have them do, but they understand what your business is all about. This is important. What do you do? How does it click? What is the flywheel? How does your business work? Hey, Denny, glad you're here today. Thanks for being here on the Rundown with Ramon Show, everybody. My name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Brand new time, 7 a.m. to give you a spark in your day, helping you get to the next level, encouraging you to go forth on your day. Listen, if you're interested in some things I'm working on that I've shared with you many times, some of you may wish to join me in Chicago, February 20th at Creative Con. Check it out, Creative Con with an 8, creativecon.com. Kudos to the Youth Leadership Conference that I was at this past weekend, which was amazing. I'll be hosting the Scale with Stability Summit coming up here in April, scalewithstability.com. Check that out, Scale with Stability. And I want to remind you, those of you who are like, Ramon, I know I need mentorship. Ramon, I know I need coaching. I know I need help to get my business to the next level. I invite you to join me in Ramon Office Hours, a special program I have where we meet together and grow our businesses. I personally coach people week to week to week, and we have a vault of the content that we have to help you take your business to the next level and grow your business. And you can check that out at RamonOfficeHours.com, RamonOfficeHours.com, for Ramon Ray to mentor and coach you to take your business to the next level. Check it out now, RamonOfficeHours.com. That could be a program for you. Listen, my name is Ramon Ray. This is a shorter edition of the Rundown with Ramon, but I'm so glad you've joined me. And I hope you find the Rundown with Ramon is a great addition to your morning, or you may be listening to this in the afternoon, in the middle of the day. Who knows? I hope it's a great addition to make your day just a little bit better and take you to the next level. I'm Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon, and I want to remind you of one thing that D.L. Hughley told me: the power of how you show up and the power of a smile. Check this out. You talked about the smile and the importance of presentation. Can you just repeat that again? Why that smile and how you show up?
You remember when Magic Johnson got all his business opportunities. In addition to, he was a great athlete. There were a lot of great athletes, but what did he have? A smile. They said he had a smile that would light up a room. Because you can do your job, but to be trusted, it means affable. It means that you're approachable. It means that you are warm. And I think because we've grown up where a smile to our detriment in our communities, we haven't understood that we had in a different environment, in the corporate environment, in an environment where you're trying to ask somebody for something. They have to see you as affable, as trustworthy.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
There's nothing to hide.
Thank you so much. Woo! They have to see you as affable. They have to see you as trustworthy. They have to see you that you have nothing to hide. Doris, glad you're here. This is the brand new edition of the Rundown with Ramon. As we wrap up, wishing you a beautiful, beautiful day today, whether it's Tuesday or Friday or Sunday or Saturday in your time zone, wherever it is for you. Wishing you a beautiful day. My name is Ramon Ray, a brand new Rundown with Ramon. Thank you, Greg. Made my day. And listen, if you're hearing the sound of my voice, you got a question for me, you can put that in the comment in the chat. I'm not going to answer it live today, but I will answer it on demand if I see it. Maybe put question space, and I'm happy to help you. And do check out Office Hours with Ramon, RamonOfficeHours.com. Let me help you take your business to the next level. Ramon Office Hours. Be blessed and have an absolute